Welcome to Module 8. Today we are focusing on budgeting. If the project plan is the engine, the budget is the fuel that keeps it running. Budgeting outlines the financial roadmap, guiding exactly how resources are allocated and spent. It is critical for risk management because it helps us identify potential financial pitfalls early, enabling proactive contingency planning. Furthermore, a solid budget supports informed decision-making by providing a financial basis for comparing different project options, and it serves as a key benchmark for monitoring performance and efficiency throughout the project's life. Before we dive into the numbers, we need to clarify the difference between a budget and costs. A budget is a financial plan, a forecast, estimating the total resources required for the project. Costs, on the other hand, are the actual expenditures on project activities. While the budget guides our planning, costs are what we track and manage to ensure we minimize expenses and stay on target. When building a budget, we categorize expenses into three main buckets. First, we have direct costs. These are expenses directly attributable to project activities, such as team labor, specific materials like software licenses, and equipment rentals exclusively for the project. Second, we have indirect costs. These are shared expenses not tied to a single project, such as office rent, utilities, or the salaries of administrative staff like HR. Finally, we have contingency costs. These are funds reserved for unexpected expenses, the unknowns, like sudden scope changes or risk mitigation if a supplier fails to deliver. The budgeting process itself is a cycle that begins with scope definition. You must clearly define the project scope to understand every objective and deliverable. This clarity allows for precise resource identification, where you determine the specific labor and materials needed. From there, you move to cost estimation, followed by budget creation, where you compile these estimates into a comprehensive plan for stakeholder approval. Remember, accurate scope facilitates precise cost estimations, while changes in scope, often called scope creep, will necessitate budget revisions. To get those numbers right, we rely on three primary estimating techniques. The first is analogous estimating. This uses historical data from similar past projects to provide a quick, rough estimate, which is ideal for the early phases when information is limited. The second is bottom-up estimating. This is a more granular approach where you estimate the cost of individual work packages and sum them up. It is time-consuming but provides the most comprehensive and accurate view. The third is parametric estimating. This involves using statistical relationships, like cost per square foot in construction, to calculate estimates. It balances speed and accuracy, provided you have reliable data models. We don't have to do this alone. Computerized tools and software, such as Microsoft Project or Asana, significantly improve precision by automating cost estimation and expense tracking. Additionally, subject matter experts, or SMEs, play a vital role. Their deep knowledge helps provide accurate estimates for specialized work and identifies risks that might not be evident to the general project team. Once the project is underway, our focus shifts to managing budgets. We establish a cost baseline, a snapshot of all estimated costs, which serves as the standard against which we measure performance. We then use variance analysis to compare actual spending against this baseline. If we see a discrepancy, we can implement corrective actions, such as reallocating resources. If you face budget cuts, the strategy is to prioritize project activities based on their contribution to goals, and to renegotiate contracts with suppliers to find cost-effective alternatives without sacrificing quality. To wrap up Module 8, remember that budgeting is not a one-time event. It is a continuous tool for control. By distinguishing between direct and indirect costs, utilizing the right estimating techniques, and rigorously monitoring your cost baseline, you ensure your project remains financially viable. A well-managed budget doesn't just track spending, it empowers you to make the strategic adjustments necessary to deliver value. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next module.